Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be doing another Hollyoaks Q and A video. This one will be my Hollyoaks Q and A part 17.
The following takes place between 11:06 a.m. and 12 p.m. Events occur in real time.
Okay, cool. So I'd like to thank Louise Brooks Green, who sent in these Q and A questions, and Eddie Johnson has also sent in some as well. So I'll put all of their questions in this Q and A video. If you guys have your own Q and A questions and video suggestions based on Hollyoaks, anything in Hollyoaks, send me Q and A questions and video suggestions. All you have to do is come out this video, click on my name, go to my channel, go to the About tab in the channel, and basically you'll find everything you need there to send me your Q&A questions and video suggestions through Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Yeah, just go to the About tab in the channel and you'll find everything you need there. So yeah, the first Q&A question I have here is from Louise Brooks Green. Yeah, her first question is, what are your thoughts on Freddy's continuing storyline involving Lindsay and life possibly behind bars for the murder of Fraser and Mercedes? Well, I think this is one of the best storylines in Hollyoaks at the moment. I don't think it's the best storyline. I think the best storyline in Hollyoaks at the moment is Steve's HIV storyline with John Paul. Yeah, this is a great storyline for Hollyoaks because yeah, they could use this for Freddy's exit in the future if they decide to make him leave for it, because of it. Like this, similar to how they gave Teresa her exit for the murder of Calvin. It was like years before, and then it kind of came back, and then Georgie Potter, who plays Teresa, said, you know, I want to leave, and then they used the storyline for that, so they could use it in the same way. He may have already filmed his exit scenes, we don't know. Sometimes the actors have already filmed their exit scenes, and then we find out a few months later that they've left, and then they've already filmed their scenes, so he might have already left as well. Yeah, it's great because basically Grace is trying to pin the murder of Mercedes that she did on Freddy to send him to prison for the murder of her dad Fraser. Of course, they can't get enough evidence to prove that Freddy murdered Fraser. Yeah, I think it will only be used to either take him out of Hollyoaks for a little while, or it will be used to give him a permanent exit. Kind of like with Will, they gave him that exit with for the murder of Anna and things like that. But then he's come back now. They've sort of given him something to be able to come back for, and then now they're supposed to be giving him a proper exit. So yeah, I think basically they'll just use that for his potential exit in the future. But we'll have to see what happens with it. It may get pinned back on Grace or something, but she's a pretty smart character, so I don't think that'll happen. Okay, question 2. Do you think that Charlie Clapham is playing Freddy to his fullest potential, or do you think the character should be killed off in an upcoming storyline? It may get to a point where Grace maybe can't pin the murder of Mercedes on Freddy, so maybe she'll just kill him herself, which could give Grace a future exit with if she does murder Freddy. I think he's doing the job about 90% of his potential. He needs to work on his facial expressions a little bit. I've done acting in the past. I haven't done very much of it. It was like 2 months, a little 2 month short course thing. But acting is very difficult. Maybe because I was just starting out at that point. Acting is very difficult. But I think he's doing a really good job of it. He got nominated for Best Newcomer in, I think it was last year's Soap Awards. It wasn't this year's NTAs, because that was the guy who plays Cameron. Yeah, he got nominated for Best Newcomer, I think it was last year in the Soap Awards, for 2014, or it may have been the year before. Yeah, I think he's doing a great job of it. There is some complaints I've seen on Twitter about it. But yeah, I just think he needs to work on his facial expressions a tiny bit, and that's pretty much all I can say on that question. Question 3. What are your thoughts on Finn's return details, which have been posted on Digital Spy? You guys should know I do check out some spoilers, but I don't like to know everything because I know there is blogs on Hollyoaks that have like really detailed spoilers of things. I don't read absolutely everything. So I know that Finn's coming back to, well, not coming back, but he's coming back into the show, and John Paul is going to go and meet him. Um, that's pretty much all I know about the meeting at the moment because I didn't want to look into it too much. I didn't want to spoil it too much for myself. So yeah, I do read some news and things like that, obviously like casting news and that, but yeah, I don't really like full on spoilers. And I had a glance at that article on Digital Spy, and it does have some like it's quite detailed, so I didn't want to look too much into it. But I think it'd be a great storyline for Finn. It should give. I did think his exit before gave him closure, but maybe this will like be even better than what he had. Maybe they have something really good planned for it. But yeah, it'd be great to see Finn and John Paul talking again. And it kind of reminds me of a particular scene from a TV show called The Fall. If you guys have seen that, I highly recommend it. If you haven't, it's on BBC. It has finished. It ran for 2 seasons and had 11 episodes. Yeah, highly check that out. But in the finale of the show, there's like a 20 minute meeting between two of the characters in a like prison cell type thing, and it kind of reminds me of the upcoming scene with Finn and John Paul. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out The Fall. It's got some old Hollyoaks actors in it. So yeah, check that out. Okay, so question 4. What impact do you think Finn's visiting order will have on John Paul? I think it will distract him from things that are going on at the moment with like Stee and everything. But John Paul knows now he knows that he's in control. Like the last time we saw him with Finn, he said to Finn, "I know what it is that you want. You want power. You want control. Everything like that." He says, "You don't have that now." Obviously, he's behind bars. He's got like, to use a phrase, he's got a wall in front of him. He can't get to John Paul anymore unless he breaks out like Will did, but I doubt that happened now. Although they could use that for a potential storyline in the future, just throwing some ideas out there. But yeah, John Paul knows he's in control, but it will affect him a bit, I would imagine. So that's my answer to that. Okay, question 5. What are your thoughts on Steve's HIV being revealed to the village? Yeah, when I looked at this question, first thing that came to my mind was that it will affect him in the future, probably, as we go further down the line. And maybe some people like give him grief and that. Leela already has, basically. She's like, this is fully your fault. You did this, everything like that, which was a bit harsh. Since Steve was like, his mind was all over the place at the time in rehab. So yeah, I think it would affect him in the future, and maybe we'll have to see if it affects him and John Paul in the future as well. So yeah, that is the end of Louise's questions. Now moving on to Eddie's 3 questions. His first one is: Will Sandy return to the village? I think he will be used. I don't know if you guys watch The Walking Dead or if anyone subscribed to my channel through my Walking Dead reviews. I think he'll be used like Morgan is in The Walking Dead. I think Sandy will come back every now and then. She won't be like a regular character. She'll be used like a kind of Kathleen Angel, that kind of thing, like a recurring character who leaves, comes back to see the boys every few months. I think she'll be used like that. I don't think she'll be used as a full like regular character, that type of thing. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Sandy in the future. I think she's a great character, and she definitely puts her boys back in line when they fall out of line. So yeah, I think she'll be used as like a recurring character that comes in and out of the show. Yeah, so his second question is Will going to be killed off in the hospital? I think he could be the second hospital hand glove killer victim. Excuse me. I think that the hospital hand glove killer victim was Freddy with the help of Lindsay. That is my theory at the moment. I don't think it was like Kim or Dr. Savage or um, Celine or any of the others like that. I don't think it was any of them. I think it was Freddy with the help of Lindsay because she seems to be helping him with a lot at the moment, and it would make sense with that to happen. So yeah, I think he will be killed off in the hospital. I don't think it'll be Cindy. We saw yesterday she got injected with morphine. Was it in the neck or something? Will like pulled her back like that and then sort of injected her like that in the neck. It did look pretty painful, although it was only a quick scene. Yeah, I don't think it'll be Cindy. She's like a really long stay character, and I'll be pretty surprised if that's the way that they decided to kill her off. Not that it would be a disappointing way for her to be killed off, but I'll be quite shocked, and I think a lot of other people would too as well. So yeah, the third and the final question, his third and my final question for this Q and A. Do you think Steve will be killed off? No, I don't think he will at all. He's another long stay character. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a little while, you'll know that I think long stay characters don't tend to get killed off. People like Darren, Nancy, Cindy, Tony, Jack, Frankie, Steve, those sort of really long stay characters that have been in the show like 6, 7 plus years, that sort of thing. Tom's another one. No, I don't think he'll be killed off. He'll survive this HIV thing. He'll get through it, but it'll be a struggle. It'll be a great storyline for him to be in, and yeah, I think he'll be fine, basically. Okay, so that wraps up this Hollyoaks Q and A part 17. If you like this fairly lengthy video, please thumb it up. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it, please subscribe to my channel to see more of my future videos. If you don't have a YouTube account, just sign up. It takes like 5 minutes, and you can subscribe to other channels as well. It's completely free. There's no money involved at all. And yeah, subscribe to my channel to see more of my future videos. Please share my video on your Facebook, Twitter, and everything like that. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.